Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone and welcome back to our podcast. Today we are going to talk about a topic this is very relevant in Indonesia right now. It is about teacher salaries versus pre-nutrition meals, also known as MBK. So it's what one short come first. To discuss this, I'm here with the amazing speaker. First, we have Pro, who's supporting increasing teacher salaries.
Hi, my name is Fitrianti Dharmasita. You can call me Sita.
Then, Contra, who support the free nutrition meal program.
Hello, my name is Ayatullah Kristianti. You can call me Siska.
And finally, Netra, who will give a balanced point of view.
Hi, my name is Zahran Ismail. You can call me Zahran.
And I'm Muhammad Habib Hutma. You can call me Habib. Let's start our discussion. Alright, let's begin with the pro side. Why do you think teacher salaries should be protected?
Thank you. In my opinion, teacher salaries should come first because teachers play a very important role in shaping the future generation. Teachers are not just teaching subjects like math or English. They are education character, discipline, and value. However, many teachers in Indonesia still receive low salaries, especially honorary teachers. If teachers are not paid well, it will affect their motivation and performance. How can we expect high quality education if teachers are struggling to meet their daily needs? Moreover, increasing teacher salaries is a long-term investment. When teachers are financially stable, they can focus more on teaching, improve their skill, and caring about their students. So, before talking about other programs, we should make sure teachers are treated fairly.
Thank you for the explanation. Now, let's hear from the contra side. Will you support MBK?
Thank you. I respect teachers very much, but I believe free nutrition meals should be priorities, especially for students. Many students come to school in hungry situation, and if students are hungry, they cannot focus, they feel tired, and they cannot learn properly. So the MBK program helps children get enough nutrition, especially those from low-income families. Healthy students learn better, think better, and grow faster. So education is not only about teachers, but also about students' physically condition. Even the best teacher cannot teach effectively if students are weak or hungry. So, baking is not just about food, but it is about supporting students so they can receive education properly.
Interesting point from both sides. Now, let's hear a natural perspective.
Thank you. I think both sides have very strong arguments. On one hand, teachers should deserve better salaries because they are the backbone of education. On the other hand, students also need good nutrition to live effectively. In my opinion, this issue should not be seen as teacher salaries versus MBK, but rather teacher welfare and student welfare together. The government should manage the budget issue instead of pushing one on ignoring the other. But programs can be improved step by step. Education is a system. If one part is weak, the whole system will be affected.
Good insight. Now, let's respond to each other. Pro, how do you respond to the MBK argument?
I agree that students need good nutrition. However, if teachers are underpaid, the quality of education will decrease. Food helps students today, but good teachers help students for life. So, teacher salaries should not be delayed.
I understand that, but hungry students cannot even enjoy good teaching. So MBJ is urgent, especially in poor areas. We need to fix basic needs first.
I think urgency exists on both sides. That's why policymakers must be balanced instead of creating conflict between teacher and student.
Okay, before we end this podcast, let's hear one short closing statement from a speaker.
Teachers are the foundation of education. Paying them fairly is not a luxury but a necessity.
Students are the future, so providing nutrition meals is an investment in healthier and smarter generation.
Education will succeed when teachers are respected and students are cared for equally.
Wait. Before we really close today's episode, I would like to continue this conversation a little bit deeper. Because honestly, this issue cannot be solved in just one discussion. Let me ask all of you one more question. If you were a policymaker, what would be your first contact step?
If I were a policymaker, my first step would be collecting accurate data about teacher salaries across Indonesia. We need to know which teachers are paid below minimum standard and prioritize them first. Then, I would create a structured salary important plan, not just temporary bonus, but a sustainable system that guarantees stability. Because when teachers feel secure about their future, they can dedicate themselves fully to their profession.
If I were in that position, I would start by mapping regions with high child malnutrition rates. The MDG program should first target those areas. I would also ensure the meals are balanced and nutrition, not just filling. Quality control is important. And I would involve local communities so the program supports local farmers and small business too.
If I may add, I think evaluation is the key. Whatever program is implemented, it must be monitored regularly. Policy should not be emotional or political. They should be evidence-based. If something does not work effectively, it must be improved.
That's very insightful. Now let's think about the role of society. Is this issue only the government's responsibility?
Not entirely. Parents and communities should also support teachers. Respecting teachers is not only about money, but also about appreciation and trust.
Communities can also support children's nutrition at home. So, schools alone cannot solve all health problems. Parents, schools, and government must work together.
Education is a shared responsibility. If social only blames one side, progress will be slow. Collaboration is more powerful than conflict.
Another question, do you think this topic becomes very emotional on social media?
Because education touches everyone, almost every person has experience with teachers and school life, so people feel personally connected.
And sometimes people think research are limited, so they feel they must defend one side strongly, but in reality, strong policies will benefit everyone.
Yes, and public discussion is actually healthy. It shows that people care about education. The challenge is turning debate into a constructive solution.
As we reflect on today's discussion, it really is something important. Teacher salaries, expression, dignity, and professionalism. Free nutrition meals present equally and compassion, both as symbols of how much we value education. If teachers are respected, students will be inspired. If students are healthy, teacher can teach effectively. It is not about competition, it is about connection. Before we close end, I would like each of you to give all senses of hope for Indonesia's education system.
I hope teachers in Indonesia will receive the respect and financial security they deserve.
I hope every child in Indonesia can go to school without worrying about hunger.
I hope future police will unite. Teacher will fare and student will fare into one strong system.
Wow, insightful. Thank you once again to all our speakers for this meaningful conversation, and thank you to our listeners for staying with us until the end. Remember, education is the foundation of our nation. When we improve education, we improve our future. This time, this is truly the end of our episode. See you in the next discussion and stay straightforward. Bye.
Bye.